Hey everyone, Codex here. Today what we're gonna do is take a look at Elrond's native token, Egld, and its current momentum in order to understand if the price will continue its upside move after the recent spike to $270 or if we are due to a correction within the next couple of weeks. So if that's something you are interested in and you find these videos helpful, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video and click on that bell icon so you get notified when I upload a new video. Also make sure to join our Telegram channel and let's get into this one. Now, before we dive straight into the analysis, I really want to discuss this spike and the rumors surrounding it because, frankly, these rumors are quite interesting and they might be game-changing for Elrond's future. If you aren't interested in this segment, you can directly skip to this timeline where I'll discuss my price analysis and prediction. So, 4 days ago, Elrond has seen this massive price spike that took everybody off guard. The price went from basically $185 to $270 in minutes, and by the way, I was live watching this and I couldn't believe my eyes. My portfolio went up like 30% in 5 minutes, and the crazier part is that I'm also invested in INJ Injective, and that coin went up like 110% in the same day. Now, going back to the spike, there are 3 main rumors surrounding it. The first one being Grayscale investing into Egld. The second one is that the Romanian National Bank gave Elrond an approval to start issuing bank cards. And the third one being the Korean exchange Bithumb listing Egld. And we're going to be debunking these thoughts and discussing them to find out which one is the most likely behind the spike. The first one is Grayscale buying Bitcoin, and this is the least likely scenario because, first of all, the rumors came in after the spike, and typically when there is a massive adoption by a giant company like MicroStrategy, Grayscale, or Tesla, who is willing to invest into a coin or a project, the rumors come in much earlier. The rumors come in before such spikes. Also, you have to keep in mind that these companies don't buy their coins off exchanges. They buy it privately from companies or staking agencies, and they even get it at a discount. When Michael Saylor wants to buy BTC for MicroStrategy, he doesn't go on his Coinbase account or Binance account or his Gemini or whatever the fuck he uses and goes there and puts 50 million in there. That's not how these guys buy the coins. It might be that Grayscale bought Elrond. It's definitely possible, but they wouldn't buy it on an exchange. So this spike might be indeed from an insider that had informations about Grayscale investing into EGLD, if this rumor is correct, of course, and this guy had too much USDT he was sitting on and he jumped in to get Elrond. So it's possible, it's possible, but it's very, very unlikely. Another theory is the Romanian National Bank allowing Elrond to issue cards, and I have seen this rumor a lot, especially in the Romanian groups and channels. And yeah, this might be the case, but as I said, if the National Bank is given Elrond an approval to issue cards, it must be someone who works within Elrond, within the team, or within a middle company who had the information and he jumped in. And even with the insider information, the price wouldn't go up by 50% in minutes because typically when people buy, they use limit. Let me explain this because people seem to not understand it. When people buy, they use limit, not market. Look at this picture, for example. When you try to buy on Binance, you can either put limit, which means that you put a certain price, and if the coin goes down to this price, to that specific price, your order gets executed. You can also put stop limit or OTO, and there is market, and market means buy the coins at any given price that is available on the exchange. It doesn't matter if someone is selling me an Elrond for $500 or $1,000. If the low orders get executed, just keep moving up to more expensive prices, to more expensive orders. And typically, nobody does this unless it's your grandma who wants to buy $200 worth of Egld. So my bet is someone with a big fat finger put market instead of limit, and all of his USDT got used to buy the available Elrond on the exchange until he didn't have any of the stable coins. Did he do it by mistake? Yeah, most certainly. But did he know something we don't? That's also possible. That's very possible. It's very possible that this guy knows something we don't know. But this guy surely put market instead of limit, and he got every coin on the exchange at any price, and that's what made the price go up so high in a short period of time. There isn't too much Elrond liquidity on exchanges, you have to understand that, and even 200k can push the price up by like 5 or 6%. And we have seen this liquidity issue a lot of times, especially back in November, I think. I don't remember exactly when we had the crazy Meyer APY. Binance halted the withdrawals for a few days because there weren't enough Elrond on the exchanges, and that's because the vast majority of people are either not willing to sell their Egld or they are staking it, and that's both good and bad. It's good because a lot of people have faith in the project that they are holding no matter what, and it's also bad because there isn't much liquidity. There is a liquidity issue, as I said, on exchanges, and someone can sell all of his coins which are worth, for example, 1 and 1.5 million, and send us down like 20 or 30% in a couple of hours. Now this spike can also be caused by the BitHump listing, but you have to keep in mind that the listing happened a day earlier, so I wouldn't think that the listing caused this spike, and that's why I won't go into details about the listing. So these are my ideas. I'm opting for the fat finger dude who put market instead of limit or stop limit or OC or whatever, but this guy might know something we don't, that's all. Now moving to the analysis, if you recall in our last Elrond video, we talked about two likely scenarios. The first one being us reaching the 183.5 to $185 level and getting rejected from there to our accumulation zone at about 135 US dollar. And we also discussed the idea of us going much higher within proximity of the $230 range before getting rejected and getting a pullback to this accumulation zone. Now, although this map shows $240 as the local top for Egld, and although the price didn't even go above $235 on most exchanges, on Binance the coin went up to 207 bucks. But that's not a big of a deal, and it doesn't change much of our strategy and idea. Now, Elrond's price is at an important spot since the $185 level is a high volume node, which means that we got a good resistance in here. Look how big the rows are in here, and that means that investors think that the $185 level is too attractive. So those that bought in here won't be selling easily, and those who want to enter, who want to buy Egld, are waiting for this target. However, if this level breaks, which won't be easy in my opinion, if this $183 to $185 level breaks, then it's a fallout. Then we are most likely going to be heading to our accumulation phase right here, where we will be retesting this important key level. Now, going to our momentum on the daily time frame, you can see on the KDJ that the black line is heading down after this cross between the orange and blue line, and that's a bearish signal. You don't want the black line to go down, and if this continues, then the price will just keep sliding down. Now, does this mean that the price can't go up in the next few hours? No, I never said that. The price can go back in the short term. It can go back to 195 or perhaps even higher. It's possible, but I wouldn't expect much from Elrond in the next few days. The best I can see is us staying in our current range, and that would be the case if Bitcoin can keep moving sideways between 42 and 43 US dollars, 43k of course. But other than that, if Bitcoin gets shaky, then things will get super rough for Elrond. Now, if the black line starts reversing and it starts racing towards the upside, once again, then the bullish momentum will prevail, and what we have seen in here will continue. But we don't have any signs of the black line going up. Look, back in here, the black line was going down, same thing as now, and the price did in fact drop 13%, but this move didn't really last, and this is why I can't tell you to go blindly. You need to follow this indicator by yourself. It's true that the black line is going down, and it's also true that that's a bearish sign, and it's true again that it's not so common. It's very unlikely to have something like in here where the black line shoots up after going down, but as I always say, you don't know what you don't know until you know it. So keep an eye on this. If the black line keeps heading down, then we will surely go below this important support level. However, if you get something like in here, then this short-term bullish momentum will continue. Another thing to mention is the 50 weeks moving average, and we have talked about this MA a lot of times, especially when we were above it, and we discussed the importance of holding it. And we also say that back in 2020 we have managed to hold it in our bearish phase and the price bounced back up. And the same thing happened last year. However, this time Elrond couldn't manage to do so, and the price went below it, hitting the $111 level. Now, since the recent move to the upside, the price has been around our 50 weeks moving average, and this is also crucial because if Elrond fails and if Egld can't manage to go above it, then another move to the downside will be super likely. And this is why we need to hold it in here and we need to stay above it if we want to keep our current trend flowing. So to conclude, the overall momentum is slowly showing signs of a shift to bearish momentum again in the short term, of course, after this crazy 113% move to the upside in 3 weeks. But I want you to keep watching this KDJ closely and always keep in mind that Elrond isn't BTC. If Benjamin comes in tomorrow and says, hey guys, we have this pretty decent news, we did this and we are doing that, then we will surely go up. And this doesn't require a lot of IQ. This doesn't require a high IQ to understand. You don't need a high IQ to understand this. If Benjamin tweets tomorrow and says, hey guys, the Romanian National Bank has approved the issuing of cards for Elrond, then of course the price will go up. Another question I want to answer is about us dropping in here. And yeah, we have a good chance of dropping back for a second accumulation phase, but these moves simply take time. They don't happen overnight. Back in here, when we first dropped, we had our short relief phase, but 35 days later, the price came in back to the same level. So if we are coming back to this level, it won't be today and it won't be tomorrow. These things going down to accumulation phases and retesting key levels takes a whole lot of time. Okay, so this was about it, guys, for Elrond today. Thanks for sticking by till the end. Don't forget to leave the video a thumbs up. Make sure to leave a comment if you have anything to say. Share the video if you feel comfortable doing that, of course, and have a nice day. Peace.